So while we're getting personal now, I want to start a new segment. You know, Anthony's nickname is Chuff. He's also known as Nurgle, but I want to start a segment known as Chuff Love.
Wait, how does he get Chuff?
Chuff?
That's his dwarf name.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like my name and all the role-playing games.
So it's self-appointed. You picked it.
Yeah.
So
Nurgle is
you're
not
cool with Chuff.
self-appointed.
Just fine.
Chuff. Okay. Chuff.
Chuff's
So-
cool.
Chuff Love.
Do you want me to narrate, or would you rather take control of your own story?
You can narrate for a bit.
Okay, so
I feel
we
a little
take
awkward.
Anthony
Couple
sounds
weeks
nervous. We were shopping in downtown Burke. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry.
You didn't want to reveal where this was?
Okay, well, Anthony and I were shopping. We live in Missouri, and so we were
We're shopping at a game store.
Not
local
downtown
at a game
Berkeley.
store, and we just gotten back from a comic store, and Anthony had a bag in his hand that had a Walking Dead issue in it, and so this really nice and cute clerk in the game store comes up to Anthony and comments on the on the Walking Dead, says that she's a fan, and Anthony didn't really have much to say at the time. And so we just kind of finished our shopping, and then we left.
Panicked.
And then we started to hear about it later in the week, like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, I fucked up, guys. I fucked up. Not really saying that, but I mean, and we were like, it's all good. You can go back. So, Anthony, you are pretty interested in formulating a plan to go back and make amends.
I was debating going back every day, telling Ryan that I might come in late so I could go take care of it. but I didn't know when she worked, and I figured I've only ever seen her on the weekends, so
we were trying to psych you up too. Like I even offered, because I was warning you. Well, first I was almost psyching you out because I was saying, like, there are going to be two guys in there working with her, and you got the stones to go right up to the counter with her flanked on either side and just like lay it down, or do you want me to go and run interference and act like my Guitar Hero controller's broken? I need the guys to come over and help me fix it to get you alone. And then we started coming up with like all these like pickup lines for Anthony to use. Actually, it was more in the form of telling him what not to do. So those included like, hey, body by Wii Fit, or asking for her Animal Crossing friend code. And then,
or asking if I could trade in my number for hers.
Yeah, the edge card. Can I get the edge card to your heart?
I mean, you'd have to give him like $30.
Yeah.
With your number.
The best joke,
turn around and sell it for $35.
The best joke, though, is I've referred to formywife.wmb before, and that's like a video, legendary unpublished video of YouTube user Demonius X masturbating for his ex-wife at the camera and then waving with his greasy hands after. There's more details I'll spare you. But so this beget a new legend, and that's for my store credit.wmb.
Oh.
But the amazing thing to me about
Anthony's
this
shot just went out the window here.
The amazing thing to me about this no. Anthony's a fine boy, and Sean is the disgusting perv who's saying all this.
Yeah, Anthony didn't like.
Yeah.
This was when I say us. This was the
intentions
usual
were
Goon
pure.
Squad on the online talking, and we're all sort of, but we were really just joking. We were excited. We were pulling for you, Anthony.
So what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went back on that Saturday, and like walked in there, and I didn't see her, and I was like hoping to God that she wasn't working so that I wouldn't have to actually do it. Like,
Oh man,
because I was so scared. It's intimidating.
No, it is.
yeah. Because how do you do it in the
Not
game
only
store
because
without
it's like,
feeling like a
not
schmuck?
only because it's like the place of employment, but she's kind of intimidating looking a little bit.
Yeah.
So
In a good way.
in a good way,
Not a
yes.
bad way.
Yeah, well,
Not
any
a
girl
B.
that-
Arthur
Well,
kind
when
of-
they're attractive, it's like it makes it more intimidating.
And she is, which I wanted to say, like, when I showed up today, I heard you guys talking about, and all you guys said was, like, girl at a game store. And I knew immediately what girl you were talking about, because this is the town that I live in. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to say the place. But I knew immediately what girl you were talking about, because she's, like, notoriously, this is not the kind of girl you see in a typical game store. You're like,
I gotta
when
go
you
buy
walk
that
in there with
tonight.
your stupid nerdy video games, you're like, maybe I should go to another place.
So I rolled in there, and she was working with like two coworkers, and it was super busy,
as predicted.
as predicted. Yeah, and so I started like perusing the store, but only half perusing, like hoping that she'd come over and ask me if I wanted some help with something, and then I'd like have that break away from like the two people behind the fucking void of the counter.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So 20 minutes later,
That's a lot of browsing.
20 minutes later?
20 minutes.
I don't want to
Hey,
talk
the
about
How much did you learn about
The
like
GameCube
carnival
has
games
a lot
and
of
stuff?
fine games that he had to read the back of the box of.
So then,
In
like,
his flop sweat.
you know, as she was taking out all the garbages, and I was like, all right, shit. As she leaves the store, that's going to be like my only chance.
Dude, this is what begat Matt and James's alternate reality version where you ambushed her and you sprung out of a trash can with a handful of roses. Fucking not Cookie Monster, what Oscar the Grouch is.
I like Cookie Monster better.
Hey!
No, that wasn't the case at all. I waited out
Did
front.
not happen.
I waited out front of the store for her to take the garbage and come back. And then while she was coming back, I walked up and
Was she taking out the garbage because the store was closing?
no,
Oh,
It was just garbage time.
picturing it's like 10 at night.
no.
Yeah,
This
okay.
was like
You
the
could
first
have
thing I
used
did
like
in the day.
Telly's famous line from the movie Kids, like, I barely know you, but I feel like I love you. I want to buy you corn dogs or nacho or something.
It works. It
Every
works.
time.
It
Nah,
totally worked.
I went with
At this point, she has to realize that you have been in the store for almost a half hour now, right?
I went with something equally lame, which was like, I came down here for 2 reasons,
Oh,
and,
jeez.
Uh-oh.
and
Oh,
one
shit.
was to get Metal Gear 4, which I had, and that's
other-
what I said.
The other was to give you a
Let's all
sleigh
laugh
ride.
about that for a second. Yeah, and the other one I was to make up for the previous weekend where I fucked up. So
Oh.
Right on.
Nice.
That's
did it,
pretty.
dude.
You did it. You that's pretty manly there.
But then she was
Is that
like,
how you posed it to
then
her?
she
Yeah.
said no.
she shut you down.
no, she didn't. But
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I haven't hung out with her or anything yet. But
Bitch.
Then you saw her like talk about the comic someone else had at the counter. Oh, you got the new Thor? I like Thor.
yeah, I
And then
know.
you're
That's
like,
our thing. That's what we do.
It's all some gigantic scheme to get me to trade in games. Like,
You're in a dangerous phase now. I don't want to get you nervous because it's all good and you pulled through, and you are now the king. But as I understand, you're going to be playing games together, and I just don't. My next bit of advice: avoid situations where you're taking turns playing and watching each other play, and let's hope neither one of you gets like, fucking quit trying to open that door. It's
Dude.
not going to open. I've already seen you try it.
I honestly hope to God that no one or herself does not ever listen to this. She'll just know, like, I just talk about you to all my coworkers.
Oh yeah.
Everyone.
Did she know your last name?
No.
I
Well,
think,
if she is listening, Anthony's a fine boy. I approve of this relationship entirely.
Whoa, don't scare her now.
You
Talk
two
about
have my
relationships.
blessing.
but I think you have.
And if it doesn't
balls.
work out, if she likes older married Jewish guys,
I think it's amazing though that you actually did this in the physical meat space because unlike
Let's flip it into a meat space. Break that down a minute. What is a meat space?
you know, it's not my space.
Let me know about the 4th edition meat space.
Okay. No, but honestly, like, how many people your age? How old are you?
25.
25. How many people your age are asking girls out in person?
I know.
They're all like lurking on MySpace, poking girls in Facebook, doing
True.
all this passive aggressive fucking pussy shit. And you went up to a girl at her place of employment and you talked to her and you asked her out.
Like a real
That
man.
is a seriously amazing skill that like 99%
Bravo.
of people do not have.
here, here.
Let's go to the part though where after I asked her out,
Yeah.
then she wanted to talk and I had only mentally prepared myself to ask the
Uh-oh.
question.
Oh boy.
So then I was like,
Bu-bu-bu-bu-bu-bu.
Exactly.
Did?
Nah, I mean it was fine. I
cool.
just wasn't totally ready for her to continue to sit there and want to talk.
Forgot to make
Yeah.
flashcards.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
problem was you immediately slipped into a long explanation of the storyline of the Metal Gear Solid series. It took like 45 minutes, and you basically looked like a psychopath.
Actually, she talked to me about Metal Gear 4 and how she was
that's
gonna dress up as one of the characters for the midnight release.
Really?
Which
Which one,
character?
Raiden?
You look
Raiden?
like
No,
you look like
one of
Raging
the
Raven.
girl one that leads all the rebels. Or
Raiden.
Meryl.
Meryl.
Sorry,
Meryl.
it's its own joke.
I see.
Meryl.
And did you say then I think you'd make a good Meryl or whatever?
Laughing octopus.
Nah, I don't remember what I said.
could be in
Honestly, it was
Beauty
all
and
blurred
the
after
Beast
that.
Squad.
Raging Raven.
He's like, I'll be your solid snake.
Come on, guys. Nah, it's cool.
All right.
Well, we need to follow this relationship over the next number. Oh, I'll
Hence,
be in Italy.
hence the
This should
birth of
become-
Chuff Love.
Chuff Love, right?
I know, right?
It's a series within a
We
series
can also.
here at GFW
I know we
Radio.
have at least a few female listeners, and they can submit.
True.
Advice.
Advice for
That's
Chuff.
true.
Yeah.
There's at least 9.
A few.
Female
At least
listeners.
9
A
female
few is
listeners.
3.
I know. I was telling
And two of them are forced by their boyfriends to sit through it.
I was telling Sean I just need to start finding like random places I go on a regular basis and asking girls out at each one of them and just coming back each week with the story of how it went.
That would be like a better podcast.
Kind of turning you
than
into
this.
a Howard Stern character, though.
That's true.
It was all sincere and puppy love, and you just went and ruined it, man. What are you going to, like Taco Bell tonight? I'd like 3 of those double beef burritos. Your phone number, please.
Honestly, there's no way I could stomach up enough nerve to do that anytime soon again. It was like it took
Yeah.
That's really
It
that's
wasn't
a hard
liberating.
thing to do.
Like after you did it, you weren't like, I can do anything.
not quite.
No.